I can do on this channel is call balls and strikes how I see them. And Inside Out 2 was not on my radar at all, mainly because of the current state of Disney and Pixar and what's been going on in the last few years, especially with Pixar. There's no reason to have that trust for Pixar anymore. Used to back in the day, if it was a Pixar movie, it was a grand slam. It was a home run. It was a guaranteed, go see it. It's going to be a good family-friendly movie. And Pixar has lost a lot of that trust in recent years in the box office, and the results have shown just that. So Inside Out 2 is something that a lot of people haven't really been talking about, even though it's a follow-up to a massively popular Inside Out 1. And so Christinova, our very own Christinova, told me she saw it and she liked it, and she said you should go check it out. So I went and I watched it, and I have to say the movie is very, very good. It doesn't bring me back to the glory days of Pixar per se, but it's a very good movie. And I don't even think it's a very good movie by today's standards. I think it's a good movie by Pixar standards, meaning Pixar used to give us great films. I don't think it's a great film. I don't think it's one of the great Pixar films of all time, but it's a really good movie, and it's a nice follow-up to the original. Now, I haven't seen the original in a long time, so I'd have to go back and watch that one before I could tell you which one I liked more. I remember liking Inside Out a lot. I don't think I loved it. It's definitely not a top-tier Pixar movie for me, but this follow-up falls in line with how I felt about the first one all those years ago. It's not on the level of the Toy Story trilogy or Finding Nemo or Up. There's so many great Pixar movies that you can point to over the years, and while I would not put that one on that level, it's definitely a very good movie, and I think it's going to hit $1 billion. If you look at the box office right now, I mean, Inside Out 2's $155 million box office is the second biggest opening weekend of 2024 so far. Pixar's second best ever. And the global numbers are at $295 million, and I think word of mouth is going to be incredibly strong for this movie. If you go over to Rotten Tomatoes, you're looking at a 92% from the critics, who cares, but a 96% from the audience. Now, I was told that the audience is just going to hate bomb anything Disney and hate bomb anything, but that's just not the reality of this situation. If you make a film that doesn't pander to left-wing politics, if you make a film that doesn't have some hidden agenda bullshit message in it, then people are going to respond positively to that, and that's exactly what you're seeing with Inside Out 2. I thought that a lot of the emotions that they added really did work, and look, if there's ever been a film for Disney to push their bullshit, it's this one. I mean, of course. And that's why a lot of people looked at this and said, yeah, this is going to be more of this agenda-driven nonsense. But it's just not there. Now, if you want to nitpick certain things about it, I guess you can. But I watched this movie and I enjoyed it. Again, I don't think it's as good as Coco, which is the last Pixar movie that I liked. And I loved Coco. And Coco might be like on the top tier Pixar movies for me, but I haven't seen a lot of the stuff that Pixar has been putting out there, mainly because the messaging before the film even came out told me that it wasn't made for me. And so I have no reason to watch any of that stuff because we already knew exactly what it was going to be. But with this movie right here, again, I wasn't going to see this movie, but based on the recommendation of our very own Christinova, I went and saw it, and I got to say, I really did enjoy it. It's a good movie. It's a solid family-friendly movie. There's no wokeness. There's no agenda in it whatsoever. Now, there's little things that, because we're hypersensitive to today, that we may look at and go, what's going on with this? But I don't have a problem with diversity being in something as long as that's not why the diversity is there for their messaging bullshit. Now, if you want to say that this movie's got some diversity in it, I'm not going to argue that it's there. My argument would be that none of the characters are there to be there to say, look how diverse we are, or the story is built around their identity. None of that is in here. None of it. And that's what people are looking for. So That's that's how I feel about it. I recommend it if you're on the fence, but at the same time, if you are in the camp of F Disney, I'm not giving them shit. I totally support that. If you're in the camp of you're going to go see it anyway, regardless of my opinion, I'm in favor of that. I'm in favor of people doing whatever they want with their individual time and money. But I wanted to give my feedback on this because I do enough roasting of Disney and calling them out for all of their BS, but this is one time where I got to give them credit. It was a very good movie. Someone in my comments says, "Do you think they're finally waking up?" And my answer to that question was no, not necessarily. I think this is just a one-off. I don't necessarily think Disney is getting back to their ways, not even close. I need to see far more examples than just one movie out of this many to tell me that they are getting back on track. I don't believe that at all. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.